All right, first grade. We have this is a wall chart that we're going to use. It's going to help us organize our different kinds of phonograms so we can remember them better. So I'm pretty excited about that. So yesterday we were supposed to do this, but I ran out of time in the videos. So these are a bunch of different, we're going to put a lot of our two-letter phonograms here. And it's going to help us organize them. And we're going to put all our ers down here. All right, so we're going to put them in the order that they appear in our sentence. Do you remember the sentence from yesterday? If you remember it, say it with me. Her hurt bird eats worms early. Now, the nice thing about that sentence is it helps us remember which we use most often, because that's the one at the beginning of the sentence and it goes down in order until the end. So class, what's our first in the sentence? Her hurt bird eats worms early. Very good. It's the of her. That's the one we use most often. So we're going to put that over here. It's going to be first in our ers, the of her. All right, what's the next that we come to in our sentence? Let's say it. Her hurt. Oh, what is it? Oh, good. The of hurt. So that one's going to go next on our chart. The of hurt. All right, what's the next in our sentence? Let's say it. Her hurt bird. Oh, what is it? Good, the of bird. So that one's going to go next. The of bird. All right, the next one. Let's say the sentence and see what's next. Her hurt bird eats. There's no ers in that. It's just to make our sentence make sense. All right, let's start at the beginning again. Her hurt bird eats worms. Oh, what's our next Good, the of worms. All right, and so remember this first letter doesn't make the sound. It just lets the other letters say So we're not going to underline it. The of worms. All right, this one's funny because we only underlined these two. All right, what's the last in our sentence? Say the sentence with me. Her hurt bird eats worms early. Oh, good, it's the of early. So that's our last There's only 5 ers, so now we know them all. The of early. All right, great job with that, class. All right, first grade, now we're going to practice our new phonograms that we learned today. So I'll say it to you, you write it, then you'll tell me what you wrote, and I'm going to put it on our chart. All right, so our first new phonogram that we learned today was E-double-E, always says E. Class, what are you going to write? Great. E-double-E always says E. All right. Class, put your finger under the phonogram you just wrote. What does it say? All right. E-double-E always says E. So I'm going to write it and make sure yours looks like mine. E-double-E always says E. All right, make sure it looks like mine. And the underline is kind of dim, but it's there. Don't forget to underline. All right, the next one is V. Class, what are we going to write? Excellent. So write your V and say it while you write it. All right, when you're finished, put your pencil down. Put your finger under the phonogram you just wrote. What does it say? Oh, good. All right, we're going to put that one over here. All right, so check and make sure yours looks like mine. All right, the next one is all right, write that one and say it while you write it. All right, when you're finished, put your pencil down. Class, tell me what phonogram you just wrote. Oh, good. I know that one. It's going to go right here under our All right, and remember we always underline if it's more than one letter. Okay, there's just one new phonogram that we learned today to put on our chart, and that is shh. What are you going to write? Good. While you're writing it, I'll tell you its whole name just so you get familiar with that. It's shh, used at the beginning of a word or the end of a syllable, but never at the beginning of syllables after the first one, except for the ending ship. It's a pretty long name, isn't it? All right, class, put your finger under the phonogram you just wrote. What does it say? Excellent. It says shh. All right, we're going to write that right here. Shh. And I'll say the whole name while I'm writing it. Shh. Used at the beginning of a word or the end of a syllable, but never at the beginning of a syllable after the first one, except for the ending ship. Like in the word friendship. That the ending ship is the only time we use that. At the beginning of a syllable after the first one. All right, wonderful job with that, class. I'm so glad we have this reference to help us remember the phonograms we've learned. Now we are going to practice some informals. So we're going to spell some words using the phonograms we just learned. We're not going to be tested on them, we're just practicing spelling with our new phonograms. All right, so the first word we're going to write is the word feet. What's the word? Good, feet. Sometimes my feet are stinky when I get home from school. Feet. All right, class, what sounds do we hear in the word feet? Great, our sounds are E, T. All right, and the E we're going to use is E, double E, always says E. Which E will we use in feet? Excellent, E, double E, always says E. So write the sounds in feet and say them while you write them. All right, put your pencil down when you're ready, or when you're finished. Put your finger under the first phonogram and tell me what I need to write to spell feet. Good. Good. And which E did I use? Good. E, double E, always says E. And good. T. All right, so we'll underline our phonogram that's more than one letter to remind us that those letters go together to make that sound. All right, let's read our word. Excellent. All right, the next word is with. All right, I went to Albuquerque with my friend. With. What sounds do you hear in the word with, class? Good, it's w, I. Remember that new 2-letter phonogram that says f. All right, write the sounds in with and say them while you write them. All right, class, put your finger under the first phonogram and read me what you wrote. Oh, good. What? Eh? Great, and good. All right. So, oh my, that glare. I'll just mark it and then I'll bring it up so you can see it. Because anytime we have a 2 or more letter phonogram, we always underline it. All right, class, let's read our word. Excellent. With. All right, now let's write the word shut. What's the word? Good, shut. Please shut the door quietly. Shut. What sounds do we hear in the word shut? Excellent work. It's sh, t. All right. So write those sounds and say them while you write them. All right, put your pencil down when you're finished. Put your finger under the first phonogram and read me what the sounds that you wrote. Oh, good. Shh. What's next? Good. And t. Great job. All right. So again, I need to underline any phonogram that's more than 1 letter. And now let's read the word we just wrote. Wonderful job. All right, we have time for just 1 or 2 more words. All right, next, let's write bath. What's the word? Good. If I am dirty, I take a bath. Bath. What sounds do you hear in the word bath? Excellent. Our sounds are b, a. All right. Write those sounds and say them while you write them. All right. When you're finished, put your pencil down. Pause the video if you're not so you can finish. What do I need to write to spell bath, class? Good. B, a. Good. And our new 2-letter phonogram. All right, I'm going to underline any phonograms that are more than 1 letter. And now let's read the word we wrote. Excellent. Let's write 1 more word. All right, I'm going to try and give you a big challenge. So I hope you're ready because this one has 2 2-letter phonograms in it. All right, our last word is sheep. What's the word? Good. Little Bo Peep has lost her sheep. What sounds do we hear in the word sheep? Excellent. Our sounds are sh, e, p. All right, so remember the two letters we need for sh. And the E is our E double E, always says E. So one more time, what are we going to write to spell sheep? Great job. Write those sounds and say them while you write them. All right, when you're finished, put your pencil down and put your finger under the phonogram so you can read me the sounds you wrote. What did you write? Good. Shh. Good. And which E is it? Good. E double E. Always says E. And good. P is our last sound in sheep. All right. So we're going to underline our first two-letter phonogram, and then we have another two-letter phonogram to underline. And now let's read our word. Let's just try and get that glare off of it. It's easier said than done. All right, I'll just use my head. All right, excellent work today, class. You spelled two different five-letter words, and I think those are some of the biggest words we've spelled so far. So great job and keep up the hard work, and I will see you tomorrow.